For them, it's a plus for them. But also now for the country, when you get the deals maybe abroad, other nations, what comes back to the country is also a benefiting factor. Yes, I know for them as a brand, as a company, a betting company, yes, they love people betting from overseas. But inside the country now, what Hull City might rack in to the Kenyan now soccer, it's a plus for any sports lovers now, leaving the money aspect out of it.
So there's actually an aspect of what you'd say capacity building locally. These guys will come and train here.
Yeah, because when you're saying that in that deal, Hull City will have to bring their team in Kenya and play with the Kenyan select side. Yes. What does that mean? It means that maybe scouts might also be coming in the country. And when the scouts come in the country, if you're a good talent, you might be tapped. It's just one of those many avenues
benefits,
that can come in. But yes, betting companies, you have more than, I think, 30 licensed betting companies in the country, and the amount of money they bring in, it's too much. For instance, just talking about the transaction, the mobile transactions, we saw specifically the betting companies, they racking over 2 billion in just advertisements, and that one is a growth for almost 800% growth from the last year.
Yes.
So they just going back when Safaricom released their figures, the money transfers figures, we saw they had like a 27% increase in matters to do with M-Pesa.
Yes.
We also see
texting.
We also see what now happens in sending the messages. We had another growth of, it was about 40-something billion that they were generating from only texting.
Yes.
And Sportpesa and the different betting companies. These are just but the few platforms apart from online that they use so as to make people bet, so as to just have those transactions. So it's a big venture, and it's working for some.
My final question to you, the fact that government seems to have caught up. Now we have a Pambazuka, which for all intents and purposes is a sort of national betting company. And this is supposed to be able to drive some of the issues that we are saying. The fact that the sort of money they raise can be reinvested in sports if it's not a private company per se. Do you think that will go any way towards helping the standards of sports in this country? I
think it surely has to. And I think to begin with, all these companies need to take responsibility, because I know a lot of people that we meet in the street, they're saying that now I'm a sponsor of Hull City. A person will just say, oh yes, I'm a sponsor of Hull City. Why? Because I bet. Another person will say, oh yes, my money is there. My money is among the 607 million that the rugby team gets. My money is about the 325 million that from Sportpesa now Gor Mahia is getting, some another 225 million that AFC Leopards is getting. Sportpesa again being the official betting partners with Arsenal. Yes. That is another international sporting body. Yes. So the buck stops because, yes, money is generated by these betting companies, but now how effective is this money going back to help maybe growth of sportsmen, growth of talent? I think this is a venture that Sportpesa is trying to do, no marketing for them, but it's the reality that is happening. Just, but I think now need to see that, yes, these guys must pay tax. Yes, I know there's a certain percentage of money of betting fee, even if a person says that they want some 20 million, there's a certain percentage that goes to the government, there's another percentage that will remain with the betting company. So I think we still need to do a lot to ensure that people take responsibility, be it paying the taxes, be it ensuring that a lot of money is generated to aid and help. But, you know, if the companies pay taxes now, it's beyond them to say, yes, we'll do some corporate responsibility here. So they have a right, they can do it, they can say we won't do it. Yes. But at least we're saying there's some positive signs that some of these companies, yes, they make very, very huge sums of money, but they try to take it back to the roots and build the talent that we have. And I think that is one key factor in the state that a lot of the Kenyans need to actually support. And also these betting companies, and not only betting companies, you have a lot of companies in Kenya, a lot of corporates that just get money, get money, but the amount that they take back to the society just to build maybe talent, or just maybe even to help a child get education, not everybody does that. So it will be very key. The different managers that we have all over the world, they need to at least know, yes, we have responsibility, we have money, and just putting that money in the bank sometime, yes, you will get your interest at times, but how beneficial is it for this normal person who is in the society?
Finally, from me, the fact that are these sorts of activities sustainable? Because there has been suggestions that we are seeing them because of elections. Will they, after the elections, go into the woodwork, or do we think that these are businesses we will see going into the future?
I think these are businesses that we'll see. Betting is growing, and it's growing with some serious speed, you'll agree. And yes, we have a lot of betting companies, and new betting companies are still coming in. I know that we have different interests. You'll say maybe some person might be benefiting with this cash, but at least we know there are some regulations that maybe needs to be tying a person. We say, where do you get your money when you go to do your campaign? So it's a general factor, but yes, a lot of money. Now, the way these companies use their money is a different talk altogether. But the money, with the betting companies, it's so much coming in.
Okay. Moses Wahisi from the sports desk at KTN. Thank you for your input.